everyone. I am Rishira Ganguly and this is Let's Connect. Today we are joined by the beautiful and prolific architect Tina. And in this conversation, we will also be joined with her husband Abhishek Banerjee, the brilliant actor who you have seen in Patal Lok as Hathoda Tyagi. So today we will be discussing the first episode of Gobble's Home Genie, in which we see the makeover of our guest's living room. So to begin the interview, how are you today, and how has the last year treated you?
I'm very good. Thank you for having me here, Rishara. It's very sweet to talk to you. And the whole of last year has been, I would say, a lot of learning for me because I have started to research a lot. I got the time to do it. Otherwise, else I was just running around, whether it was from shop to shop or from site to site. So research has been very good. There are few things that I've started and I'm really enjoying it.
We are joined by Abhishek Banerjee, who I've already
Hello.
told you that he is the brilliant actor that he saw in Amazon Prime's Patal Lok. And so let's begin the interview. Firstly, I want to ask you about how this makeover idea was sort of presented to you by the makers. I mean, how would you pitch the concept, so to say?
Nothing. I just got a call from my team one day, and they came up with this interesting offer saying the Gobble team wants to make this show, which is about home makeovers and stuff like that. And I got immediately excited because Tina is an architect, so I have been educated in that field a little bit because of her. And and we used to watch a lot of makeover shows online. On Netflix, there are some
Yeah.
wonderful homes and exclusive homes and stuff like that, and how they use small spaces and they make amazing, beautiful, living space there. So we always had that kind of a जैसे कहते हैं कि एक तरह का एक इंटरेस्ट था और वो चीज then when they told me I discussed with Tina. I was a little nervous because I thought that Tina might not like the idea because she herself is such a good architect and interior designer that I didn't know whether she'll be comfortable with the idea of someone else, coming and doing the house for her. But luckily for me and for us, I think we both were on the same page. And I discussed with Tina, and Tina was up for it, and then we did the show.
What was your reaction to this offer, Tina?
I was actually very excited. I was very, how would I say, when I was designing this place 1 year ago, not 1 year ago, 1.5 year ago, I had made it extremely minimal, but I had different thoughts that time. I needed it to be minimal for maybe having more space to do yoga. Uh, so I when I entered into this home and I finished the home, then after a few months we started entertaining a little bit, and after which lockdown happened. And then this thought process came into my mind that if we were to entertain ever again, we would need more seating and we would need our home to be far more prettier, especially our living room, because that's when everybody enters there. So the first, I would say, the appearance or the experience should be a very beautiful one. So for that reason, I was very happy when Flipkart and Gobble wanted to do this for us.
That's wonderful. And your living room, by the way, it looks so amazing. It looks very lovely. I mean, I love the colors. I love the prints of the wooden finish. We were talking about it just before. Tina, you being the architect of the family, you must have had some inhibitions about the makeover. So, talk to us about what transpired behind the scenes of the episode.
Yeah. So behind the scenes, obviously, uh, we, we we were told that they were going to give us this, they were going to give us that. So I was wondering, where are they going to put it all? Like how are they going to fit it all in? And I just wanted like a little bit more seating space. But what if they changed few things? What I had already put in the living room, like if I had like a console of sorts, or I had a chair, uh, would would I have to let go of it, or would they change it, and it wouldn't fit or trouble anything else that came in the way. So these minor thought processes did occur to me, but I had a little bit of faith and a lot more excitement, so that saved me.
What was the reaction of your friends and family when they watched the episode, and also when like they first entered your house after the makeover? I mean, what was their reaction?
Our friends were very happy. Like as they entered, as they entered into our living room, like, oh my god, your home, it looks glamorous. I'm like, okay, glamorous coming to your home. Uh, there are some other friends who say things like this. Oh, Abhishek, you have arrived. So all these
Yeah.
things crack me up.
Yeah,
So
because I think both me and Tina are very, like, we like raw living. I mean, I think both of us have the same idea of the kind of home we want.
hmm,
Zada different nahi. It enhanced our own ideas. So that is why I think it blended well with our thought process, and our friends were quite surprised and happy for the fact that finally we were living like a married couple. You know, like everything at its place, and like jazz and all that. जो हम पहले बहुत ही minimal रखते थे. We would be very happy with being the urban hippies, as what I call both of us.
that's, I mean, that brings me to my next question. The episode
Yeah.
was kind of like the marriage of two different concepts. So, do you think the makeover, it kind of tells people about your personalities and how that kind of, comes together in a beautiful union?
Yeah, surprisingly, sometimes, how do we put it? When we think in a single manner, then it is all in monotone of sorts. Uh, but sometimes, when there is a fusion of different thoughts, it's very pretty. Something just happens, something new happens. Every time you look this side, you have a light green plant. You look that side, you have a beautiful heart-shaped leaf. So suddenly, all these things make the drama happen. Drama, the word drama.
That
True, true. And during the lockdown, I think Tina took this new hobby of nurturing plants, and she's getting a lot of plants at home, and she's doing a lot. I can see that she's been at it since a long, long time. So that has been really used well in the design. And when you see the home, it feels like it's amongst nature. So I think we both love that part.
and it kind of brings out the colors, it brings out the whole, I mean, you feel alive in that living room, I guess. I mean, sort of.
Yes, like we would like to live in that.
The show comes at a time when the digital content space has undergone a growth boom owing to the lockdown. So how do you think YouTube and this show kind of gives into this stay at home and chill kind of situation?
I mean, we are living in the time of like day and age where I think home has become very important. पहले जो था हम लोग बाहर ढूंढते थे खुशियां,
Hmm.
बाहर जाके चिल करना, या अच्छे लग्जरियस रेस्टोरेंट्स में जाना, या कहीं एम्बियंस वाली जगह में जाना. This is something which is very normal, right? Whenever we go to a place, when we do a Google search, we are always looking for ambience and stuff like that. And to have that at your own home, I think it's a blessing. Also, I think we have realized that after the lockdown, many of us, we prefer to stay indoors now, even though we can go outdoors, but we prefer to stay indoors. We prefer to call friends home. And also I've seen that there's a new interest of everybody wants a smaller group. Earlier it used to be everybody come, and सब कहीं भी जा रहे थे, and बहुत बड़ा group में लोग बात कर रहे थे. Now people want a smaller group, want to chat, want to have conversations, want to eat food and talk. So this I think that way, I think binging wise, like as you say, that you want to stay home and binge, and you want to binge food or conversations or shows. I think that's something which is a very new thing, and I hope it just continues like this.
I feel it has given us a very fast access to learn new things. So this platform, like in on YouTube, and people love YouTube, right? So if people who are laymen, I would call it, people who have not seen something like this, suddenly have a show like this on YouTube, they get ideas quickly, and they just have to add. They can add it themselves. So
Yeah.
for that matter, I think it's a very good thing. Easy learning for people, and they can make their homes pretty too.
I mean, the cabinet, the bar cabinet, and the especially the khufia seating under the table. It's so good. It's so innovative, and it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So, Abhishek, talk to us about your future projects, especially the one on Netflix, Ajib Dastan's, that's coming up.
Yeah, it's an anthology which I shot for in 2019. The good part is that 2020 में तो ज़्यादा shoot कर नहीं पाए. So 2019 में मैंने बहुत काम किया था. In fact, because of that, I couldn't like spend a lot of time at home. I couldn't go for a lot of trips. Tina knows that, I've been how much I miss being on trips with her. And so there's a lot of hard work which I put in that year, 19. And when 2020 happened, then of course, बहुत सारी चीजें रुक गई and all that. But now finally, I'm happy that this new journey is starting in a way. And Ajib Dastan is going to be the first release. Nusrat Burucha, me, and Inayat Verma. She's a wonderful, wonderful child actor. You guys have seen her in Ludo, I'm sure. And Raj Mehta has directed it. Who did Good News, and you'll be very surprised by the concept, because it's very unlike Dharma. It's very unlike the kind of stuff we watch ऑनलाइन जो होता है ना कि आपको लगता है कि हाँ यहाँ से आप इस तरह की फिल्में देखते हैं. राज मैदान ने गुड न्यूज बनाई है, तो फिर ये इस तरह की फिल्म एक अलग ट्विस्ट के साथ है. आई एम एक्साइटेड दैट पीपल आर गोइंग टू वॉच इट वेरी वेरी सून.
I'm excited as well. And Tina, what do you think about, I mean, his new film that's coming up? And also talk about your career or otherwise. What's on your plate right now?
I'm excited about his upcoming thing because I saw his poster. I don't watch all of his work, but this seems a little bit interesting because the last few months I've been humming this song also. Ajib Dastan. So suddenly I'm like, there is a post and it's Ajib Dastan. I'm like, okay, I'll watch this.
Thank God, thank God. It's so difficult to make her watch the kind of work I do. She finds them very dark and gritty and all that.
Yeah,
But
so this one to watch, and I'm also excited about his next one, which I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about, but I am excited about the next one.
It's an exclusive. It's an exclusive.
No, she's talking about Bhedia. I'm
The
here
one
to shoot
he-
that. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
वही shoot करना है.
So that also I'm very, very excited because it's going to be in a jungle, and who does jungle? So yeah, so for that. And me, with my project, I am right now building an office in Gujarat. So I'm very excited about that. It's half done already. The architectural work is done. And interiors, I want to do a couple of additions that I already thought earlier, but now my client is more game to do it. So I'm very excited that I'm going to do that. I want to save energy. So hopefully solar panels is a way forward for me to go. Apart from all the other materials that I would use and give great ventilation inside the office, even if the AC conks off.
Wow.
So let's see how that goes.
And you should talk about your fitness brand which you have started.
That I can talk forever. So fitness I can talk forever. Fitness
yeah, but
is
that
the most closest.
What you started with Amit, Tina? I'm talking about the protein brand.
So there are two things I have started recently, apart from planting edible plants. That is one. Secondly, it is also a fitness brand called Metal Carb. It's from New Zealand. It is a protein supplement and it has other additions as well, like an iron or women folic acid. So it's very natural based and it is very good for people who are either doing yoga, gym, Pilates, running. So I'm not saying, it is a must, but apart from eating very, very, very good food, you need a little bit of other protein supplements here and there if you're just working out a little bit extra. So that I'm very excited about.
Yeah, about this particular protein thing, the fact is that मैं protein powder और ये सब बिल्कुल नहीं interest रखता हूँ इन सब चीजों में. But funnily, this one जो पहली बार I think I have started using it and it's showing well. So yeah.
Well, that concludes our interview. Thank you so much for joining and talking to me about not only the episode, but also some exclusives and some other things that you are working on. I mean, it's clear why you guys are married. It's like two brilliant minds come together to create a union. So yeah, congratulations in your new living room, and all the best for all your future projects.
Thank you,
so
Rishita.
much.
Thank you
It
so
was lovely talking to you, and we had a blast.